Ciao, I'm Liz from SimpleItalianCooking.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to show you a very easy dish to make. It's called baked pasta. Now you may think baked pasta means just simply mixing together some pasta with some sauce and cheese and throw it in the oven. Well, it's a little bit more than that. In fact, what you do is you actually boil the pasta till it's halfway done, and then you do the rest. So I have my water here, and it's boiling. I'm going to add a box of short tubular pasta. You can use any kind you want. Rigatoni is good. I'm choosing today to use penne rigate, just something a little different. So we go ahead and add that into our salted boiling water. And I would say cook it about 3/4 done. If you want to go half, that's fine, because remember, you will be cooking it in the oven as well. So I'm going to cook this for about 6 minutes. And once it's halfway done, or 3/4 way done, we're going to take it to the next step. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, my pasta was halfway done, so I went ahead and drained it and put it in this bowl. I have about 32 ounces of pasta sauce, about the size of a jar of sauce. And I have a little bit of garlic. We're going to use about 4 cloves that are chopped up, and you'll see what we'll do with those in a minute. And I have here a mixture of ricotta, about 15 ounces, and I have 2 cups of Romano cheese, grated. Keep in mind that with the Romano cheese, if you want to use Parmesan, you can do so. I'm a big fan of Romano cheese, and I like my baked pasta cheesier. So if you don't have that much, you don't have 2 cups, you don't want to use 2 cups, you don't have to. You can play around with it. So what we want to do is we want to start with a little layer of sauce on the bottom of the pan. Now what this does is helps prevent the pasta from sticking to the bottom when you bake it. So we just go ahead and spread this around. Don't worry about being too neat, because we're going to mix it all together anyway. So let's go ahead and get some of the pasta in here. We want to do a nice layer. And get that there. And then I take the Romano cheese with the ricotta and add it in with some globs. And then I add some more sauce. And you're saying, boy, what a mess that looks like. And you know what? You're right. It does look like a mess, because we're going to mix it all up. This is one recipe you don't have to worry about being neat. And we're going to repeat this process. We're going to use all of our ingredients, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm putting in my last bit of cheese here. And I want to get all of that goodness off of there into this pan. You use everything that you have. This is such a wonderful dish. And you may be wondering, boy, you know, why are you doing this in layers instead of just mixing it all up in a bowl separately and then adding it in? You can do that. I prefer it this way. So, okay, so I'm mixing in a little bit of my pasta. Note that I'm leaving a little bit left in the pan. Well, I will tell you why I'm doing that in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. Now, I did add in my chopped garlic. I added that in the middle before I did the second layer. That way, the garlic is spread nicely through the pan. Okay, the reason why I wanted to leave that little bit extra sauce is to cover up any exposed pasta along the edges that might dry out while cooking. Now, it will be covered, but I like to make sure that everything is nice and covered. So we have that done, and we're going to cover the pasta base with foil, and you want to do shiny side down. That has the protective layer. And we have my oven, which is preheated to 365 degrees. Put it in the middle rack, and we cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. You'll know when it's done when you can see the bubbles of the sauce bubbling up from the bottom. Pasta bakes are wonderful dishes. You can use them for picnics, you can use them for lunches or dinners. It's so easy to make. Your family will love it. All right, so we'll be back in about 25 to 30 minutes. Our pasta bake is done, so let's go ahead and take it out. You can hear it sizzling. That's always a good sign. Now remember, it's very hot, so when you lift it, be careful of all the steam that comes out. That looks great. Now what we want to do, give it a good mix. Now this is really very, very cheesy. I love our pasta bake very cheesy, so if you want a little less cheesy, I would recommend cutting down on some of the cheese proportions. Remember, you can get the recipe right off of the website at www.simpleitaliancooking.com. And if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for our newsletter where we send weekly recipes and tips and cooking tips to your inbox. Now I like to put some extra sauce right on top, so when you serve it, have some sauce off to the side. Well, like I said, I hope you enjoy this recipe, and to get it online, just visit our site. It's www.simpleitaliancooking.com. Well, thanks again for watching this video. Buon appetito. Ciao.